Greetings of the day. We are back with a video on NPOs, and in this video we will continue about the final accounts for non-profit organizations. So as we have discussed earlier, we know what an NPO is. These are the organizations which are established not for earning profits but for rendering service to the society. Examples are hospitals, charitable institutions, educational institutions, etc. We have already discussed the features of the NPOs, so we will come to the final accounts of NPOs, and in the current video we will discuss about the income and expenditure account. We have already discussed what a receipts and payments account is in our previous video. In the current video we will stress on the income and expenditure account. So if we all know the trading concerns, the final accounts comprise of trading account, P&L account and the balance sheet. When we come to NPOs, it is receipts and payments account, income and expenditure account and the balance sheet. So coming to the income and expenditure account. This account is similar to the P&L account of the trading concerns. Income and expenditure account is a nominal account, so it follows the rule of the nominal account, which is debit all incomes and debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. So we will be following the same rule to prepare this income and expenditure account. All the expenses will be debited and all incomes will be credited. Please remember the name of the account says income and expenditure, but expenses are debited and incomes are credited. So this account does not have anything like the receipts and payments account to start with. It does not show any opening or closing cash balances. It directly starts with the expenses and incomes. The important point to be noted here are all expenses of revenue nature of the particular period are only debited to this account. Similarly, all incomes of revenue nature and of the particular period only are credited to this account. If I have to explain, expenses and incomes of revenue nature only are shown in this account. Capital items are excluded from this account. Also, all expenses and incomes relevant to the particular current period only are taken in this account. Anything related to previous year or next year are excluded from this account. So only current year's incomes and expenses are recorded and only capital incomes and expenditure are excluded. Amounts related to other periods are deducted. Amounts outstanding for the current year are added. If I have to explain this, all adjustments will be shown in this account. So adjustments about expenses or incomes related to other periods will be deducted. Adjustments related to expenses and incomes outstanding for the current period will be added. Similarly, adjustments for your depreciation, bad debts, everything will be shown in this account. And if income is more than expenditure, it is called as the surplus and it is added with capital or general fund in the balance sheet. Similarly, if expenditure is more than income, it is a deficit and it is deducted from the capital or general fund in the balance sheet. So, the end result of income and expenditure account is either a surplus or a deficit. Surplus indicates when incomes are more than expenses. Deficit indicates that your expenses are more than the incomes. And surplus or deficit both are transferred to the balance sheet. If it is a surplus, it will be added to the capital fund, whereas if it is a deficit, it will be deducted from the capital fund in the balance sheet. Let us have a glance at the pro forma of the income and expenditure account. As I told you, the name is income and expenditure, but the expenses are on the debit side and incomes are shown on the credit side. So all expenses related to the current period which are of revenue nature are shown on the debit side. Similarly, all incomes of revenue nature and which relate to current period are shown in the credit side. And if you can see, the end result will either be a surplus or a deficit. So this is how an income and expenditure account of the NPOs are prepared. That's it for this video. Thank you.